Hello everyone, I'm Fire Crane and welcome to British Month. Why April? Because April showers, unlike the other dirty months. So what is British Month, you may be asking? For the month of April, we'll be going over different products that were made in the land of Britain. Mostly like TV shows and movies. We're not going over tea or crumpets. From the Aardman to the Horrid, we'll be going over all of them. But where do we start? We're starting with Angry Kid, a show made by Aardman, and it stars our angry kid who is not known by any other name, his dad, his sister, and Specky, or sometimes called Miles. They made the show using pixelization. Basically, they used a person to stand still and used masks to switch the faces using stop motion. They made over 400 masks over the 20-year run of the show, spanning 4 seasons. The first 2 made by Aardman, and the 3rd and 4th are made by Mr. Morris Productions, and also were only on YouTube. Having adventures like riding in a car, sitting at the dining table, riding his bike, beating his friends with a hammer. The episodes are at an average of 1 minute and a few specials, including a music video called Handbags. Our titular character, Angry Kid. He's a 14-year-old that likes bikes, rap, and the extreme! Voiced by Darren Welsh and performed by the superhuman Clayton Saunders, who spends hours under masks. It's crazy. And the kid is a piece of crap. He eats his sister's birthday cake. He beats his friend with hammers. He also has weird hair. That is part of his anatomy. His sister and friend are not made with masks, but they are puppets. Basically, their body's like a mannequin. And, yeah, they just stop motion the head. The show is funny, it's simple with its comedy, but it's also fast but slow for short 1-minute episodes. It's not laugh-out-loud funny, like, but it's entertaining enough, and finally, I want to mention my favorite sketches in the 22-minute special. Alright, first off, Hardface. He does impressions in the mirror while brushing his teeth, and gets the brush stuck in his mouth. Then, there's What Are You Like? Basically, the kid interviews a man on the street, and hilarity ensues. And finally, Perfect Body. The kid basically wants to switch his head with a buff body, and this episode is my favorite because of the end joke. It's hilarious.
Yeah. What about laser eye surgery?
It's not what you think it is.
Now finally, the 22-minute special, which I'm just going to talk about. Alright. The kid is giving a 10-page essay about who he is, with the risk of having physical lunches with Miss Griffin, who is... Okay, moving on. We see a beautiful sequence of him, showing off his friends and characters, and while he's riding on a bike, which, honestly, the sequence is so cool. But he breaks his bike, so he has to get a ride home from Dad. So, he writes an essay about himself in a really creative drawn sequence, but he needs help, so he asks his dad for help, and he explains existence. So he talks to himself in the mirror, so then he asks Miles for help, but he doesn't want it, and tries to use ChatGPT to get his essay done, but it will take too long, so 7 days. He watches home movies, and it's funny, and maybe his father isn't the greatest. He talks with Miles again, and he sings a song, which was Loser Baby before Loser Baby, but is wedgied. He spends the night writing, but gives up and makes his sister do it for him. But she explains a point I made earlier, which I'll play for you here. So then he just ends up doing the physical lunches with Miss Griffin. So that's Angry Kid. A fine show with good animation. If you want me to pull an LS mark and do a ranking video, I might do it. Also, my Discord and Patreon are in the description, so send some money my way. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!